waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks for joining us as we start the new season. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Shorter rotation player, next man up mentality, though. It does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be tough, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Then there's Grant Williams, and it's Salon in at the 4. And for Houston, Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Shepard is out there with Thompson, and it's Durant in at small forward. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, B.A., absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
Now here's Durant. From downtown, it's rebounded by Salon. Drops in the layup for 2.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
Smith outside. Here's Shepard, hounded by Ball. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Şengün has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his third year. Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11 post guy. He is so skilled.
First one falls for him. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
And he makes both free throws. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
And Ball gets it to go.
Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch-and-shoot game, he says, I can get off the ball as well.
Durant, the pass to Şengün. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Back to Ball. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First team foul.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Ball no good. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. Over Miller. Durant, no good. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Ball no good.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Smith passes to Şengün, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Şengün's got 6 points.
You gotta love how Şengün attacks on the interior.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. The Hornets are in the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., that's the longest active streak in the league, not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks, they've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
Checked in for Shepard. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. 5th is Kevin Durant.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Ball with it. Now Thompson defending.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Here's Durant. Smith outside. Back to Durant. Eason, pass to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Şengün, a screen on ball. Thompson goes back up. Outside Eason. Puts up a 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
And there's the patience right there. Şengün surveys the floor and finds his guy.
And we just got Shams Charania on the line. Shams, I understand there's some big NBA news. Can you fill us in?
Thank you, B.A. The story right now is the Washington Wizards making some early season roster adjustments. Their fans are going to be excited with this deal because Trae Young has a flair for the dramatic. He makes impossible shots, highlight reel passes. His confidence never wavers. And I'm told he really believes he's going to be able to succeed moving forward. And that truly rubs off on his teammates.
Well done. Appreciate the report, Shams. Thanks. And he drops the first. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet.
Holiday's checked in for the Rockets. And a change for the Hornets. Kobe White, he's checked in for LaMelo Ball. Miller hits them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Smith outside. And the layup falls.
And looks like Smith is already getting stronger. He's looking to add some muscle, and that finish through contact is a great sign.
Now here's White.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Williams, a screen on Holiday. Here's White going inside. Durant pulls it in. Houston leading by 4. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
BA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball at 7 feet, put it on the deck, get past, finish in traffic, rebound. You need me to guard every single position on the defensive end? I can do that. I could go on all night. How much time we got, BA?
One of the all-time greats, Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper. And both free throws good for Durant. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Now here's White. Uses the glass on the layup. White's got 5 points.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Eason against Miller. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges outside. Drives to the hoop. Ooh, Durant with some nice D.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Smith no good. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1. Pass to man. And here's Bridges. And stolen by Durant. Outside Eason. Inside. Holiday passes to Smith. Durant with it from deep three-point range, and that's not gonna go. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Rockets ahead, leading by 1, and we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Charlotte trailing. On the floor for Charlotte, we've got Green. Kobe White out there with LaMelo Ball. Then it's Miles Bridges, and it's Diabate in at the 5.
But you've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
Capella, screen on White. Pass to Capella. Stolen by Ball. And they're running. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
Now here's Bridges. Still without a bucket. Back to Ball. Call in the paint.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Rockets trail by 4. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
And Houston making a change here. Shepard's checked in. Taking a look back at last season, the team leaders in rebounding. The Rockets 4th.
And they, of course, have a style of play that is all about physicality. I mean, they love to embrace the contact out on the court, but the possession game for them is always pivotal.
On defense, the Hornets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. The Hornets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Outside White, out to the wing. Ball left side. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Shepard. Ball with another miss.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Pass to Thompson. Banked it in off the glass. Thompson's gotten his first basket of the night.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Here's Ball. To the paint. Here's Diabate. Hey, rejected by Capella. Here's Thompson. White with a steal. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Shepard. Pounded by Ball. Now Capella. Here's Thompson. Driving inside. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Well, you see Thompson's explosion there. I mean, just an insanely quick first step. All the defender can do is bump him.
White looking it over. The 11-footer. Capella with a rebound. For Houston, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And they get it back. Capella, screen on Ball. Here's Shepard. And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it.
Charlotte ball.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Şengün checked in for the Rockets. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ball passes to Bridges. It's Bridges on the wing. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Eason. And a quick look at how Charlotte's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Saturday, they head back home to host the Miami Heat.
And for their matchup with the Raptors, that's one to watch for. The 4th contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm really interested in how those teams match up this early in the season.
And Houston making a change here. Durant's checked in. Miller outside. Shot clock at 6. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. And so Şengün will bring it up for the Rockets. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And it's in there.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Hornets trail by 4. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
man. He's scoreless. Pass to Williams. Miller outside. Just 5 to shoot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Tough move by Miller, having to absorb the foul while taking his shot.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good for Miller.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Miller hits them both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
For Houston, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Pass to Okogie. Şengün, a screen on Miller. Three-pointer. Second shot opportunity. And Şengün with the lay-in. Şengün's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, great positioning and timing from Şengün there. And his height helps a little too.
Outside man. Here's Salom. Green covering. Şengün with a steal. Back comes Houston in transition. And there's Green on the assist by Şengün. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
I just love the ball move.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to man. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. Just have to love the aggressiveness.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The Hornets making their last shot.
One of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
Free throws good from Durant.
What we know about Kevin Durant is this is a seasoned veteran who is so comfortable in his own skin. For Kevin Durant, it's about the purity of the game and the competition.
Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Thompson comes in for Okogie. And both free throws good for Durant. And we've got 28 seconds left in the half. Man with it. Miller outside. Shoots over Thompson. Miller can't get it to go. And here's Şengün. Thompson outside. For 3, Smith. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Rollins. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participant.
Hey everybody, always a fascinating story. Our first order of business. Let's catch you up on some trades around the league.
We've seen what Trae Young can do for your offense. Elite shooter and playmaker. Great instinct, and he has that it factor. Able to go off of 40, even 50 some nights. Young can win games for you by himself.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Houston Rockets.
Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push them out of there.
And even when they don't have position, they have guys who will knife in and steal rebounds, like you're stealing a piece of that cake over there, Kenny.
It's good, too.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One of the stories here, Alperen Sengun getting it done today.
He's been a real difference maker today in terms of reeling in offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle, you love the work ethic he has had on display.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. 6-point game. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Smith and Sengun play together in the front court. Shepard is out there with Thompson, and it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Now here's Thompson. Pass to Shepard, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Hornets trail by 6. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons. Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Six on the shot clock. The 3 from Ball.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Down low. Sengun. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed. Sengun's got 10 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
They set the screen. Thompson against Miller. Back to Ball. Shoots over Shepard. And Ball gets it to go. Ball's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Shepard, that's good.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Hornets trail by 9. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Doris, when you think about Kevin Durant, certainly a prolific scorer, but that's not the whole story.
What I love the most, I think, B.A., about Kevin Durant is how much he loves playing the game of basketball. His availability is never in question as long as there is some measure of health. The work he puts in consistently. Anyone who's ever seen his routine, teammates, coaches, front office staff, they are in awe of the commitment to his craft.
And here's Charlotte now. They trail by 9. Sengun with a steal. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. And he makes the first.
And the number 3 pick in the 2022 NBA draft, Smith Jr.'s ceiling is considered to be very high.
That one's no good. Hornets trail by 10. Up top Ball. Oh, with the head of steam. And Ball throws it down.
I tell you, the intuition, the IQ of LaMelo Ball, the guy just knows what to do and when. Nice drive.
Smith outside. Right at the free throw line. Here's Şengün. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now here's Ball. And the Hornets making a change here. Bridges is checked in.
On the floor for the away team, number 40, Miles Bridges.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The Rockets lead by 10. Outside Durant. Smith outside. Pass to Şengün. Here's Shepherd. The 3-ball. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got his 3rd assist of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Now here's Williams. No made baskets yet. Now here's Ball. He's covered closely. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Şengün, the screen. And here's Shepherd for 3. Drains the triple. Shepherd's got 9 points now in the second half.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
It's Bridges on the wing. Miller against Thompson. Bridges, a screen on Thompson. Clock at 6. Here's Miller. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. It's hauled in by Houston.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Durant. Here's Şengün. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
All right, fans, it's touchdown time. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. Everybody get down. Show us those moves.
Making a switch here. Easton's checked in. Kobe White, he's checked in for Charlotte. Mann comes in for LaMelo Ball. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. It's a 16-point game. Outside White. Pass to Mann. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. 6 to shoot. A deep three. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now here's Thompson to the middle. There's the steal. And there's the lob. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Houston leading by 14. Outside Durant. For 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Miller's got 4 rebounds in the game. Bridges outside to the inside. Şengün with a steal. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hornets.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Okogie comes in for Smith. And Holiday subbed in for Durant. Green's checked in for Charlotte. Now here's Mann. There's 25 seconds left in the third. And the basket by Bridges.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Here's Thompson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Kobe White picks one up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
The line for 2. Thompson.
First one falls.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Green against Eason. Miller, the pass to White. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. This is his second trip to the line in the game.
At the line for the Hornets, Kobe White. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. White hits them both. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Rockets on top, up by 10. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Rockets lead by 10. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Hornets. We've got Josh Green, Trey Mann out there with ball. Then it's Kobe White, and it's Bridges in at center, locking down the middle.
And we sort of expect this from Şengün. He's proven to be a reliable scorer.
Now here's White. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Eason, pass to Okogie. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Green. Here they come with numbers in transition. Here's ball. It's rebounded by Houston. At one point, they led by 16. Their next game, playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Green, following the score by Houston. Right side, White. 6 on the shot clock. Ooh, and powered down. What a jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And Houston has possession after the basket by Charlotte. Here's ball. Takes a three. Eason pulls it in.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Shepherd, that's good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now man. To the middle. Oh, deflected. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
No debate there. He got hammered.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
That one's off. Grant, soft touch, but hard nose. That's Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, B.A. His shooting alone makes him a pro. But his tenacity, toughness, and commitment to his overall game give him a chance to make him a star.
And he's good on the second. And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
No coverage that time. And the Rockets lead by 16.
KD, if you allow him to spot up, the easy money sniper will not miss.
Inside, here's Salon. And the layup is good off the glass.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Thompson against Miller. Smith outside. Shoots from 12. Another one falls for Houston.
And he's so comfortable from the mid-range. For a guy like Smith, it's almost a layup.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
Welcome to the ball, your
let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Alperen Şengün.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Miller. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Amin Thompson.
Boy, just stick with it. Even through contact, Brandon Miller knows I can take a hit and still give the shot an opportunity to go in.
Shoot 2.
He's off on the first.
Guys, you know this. Brandon Miller plays the game with a high level of intelligence, and at 6'9", that length, not a bad addition to that.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And that's surprising. He's usually automatic at the free throw line.
To the paint. And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Hornets trail by 18. Ball with it. Miller outside.
Şengün. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Charlotte. Miller at the line for 2.
Shoot 2.
That's good for Miller. Hits both from the stripe. Here's Thompson.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the fourth. Şengün, a screen on Miller. Here's Thompson. There's the block.
And he just continued to work for the block. Miller not letting up an ounce of effort.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Here's Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up at the elbow. Misses off the left iron. And Williams has got the ball here for the Hornets. They trail by 16. Pass the ball. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
Down low. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Rockets.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Alperen Şengün.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Outside, Williams. Miller on the wing. And he's going for the oop here.
Williams.
Here's Shepard. 27 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Durant. Smith left side. That one goes. Count it. And the Rockets lead by 15.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Dorisburg, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And we present the player of the game, Alperen Şengün.